Princess of Wales walked onto the Polo sidelines on Friday wearing a gingham dress, a string bracelet made by her daughter, and a smile that told the whole story without a single word. She was back after 2 years away, and the day she chose to return turned out to be one of the most significant days in the royal family's recent history. This is Royal News Spot. And today we are covering Kate's triumphant return to the Polo, the moment William and Kate did something they almost never do in public, and the extraordinary thing that was happening 40 miles away at the exact same time. Let us get into it. Let me start with Kate, because her return to the Guards Polo Club in Windsor on July 10. 2026 was more significant than most headlines captured. She last attended this event in 2023. She missed the 2024 edition entirely, undergoing cancer treatment. She was absent again in 2025 during recovery. And on Friday, she was back, standing at the sidelines of the Dummy Royal Charity Polo Cup in a black and white gingham dress by Temple, London, watching her husband compete in his 15th consecutive appearance at the charity match. There is a detail about that dress that royal fashion watchers immediately picked up on. It was not just a stylish summer choice, it was a deliberate tribute. 40 years ago, Princess Diana made gingham fashionable when she was photographed in the gardens of Highgrove wearing the iconic pattern. Kate's choice of gingham on this day at a polo club a stone's throw from that same Highgrove estate was not a coincidence. The designer, Alice Temple, is one Kate has championed since before her engagement. Her first official appearance after announcing her engagement to Prince William in December 2010 was in a Temple London piece at a charity event. Over the years, she has worn more than 30 Temple London pieces. And this particular appearance carries extra significance because Alice Temple recently announced she is stepping down from her brand after 26 years. Kate's choice was a quiet farewell tribute to a designer who has dressed her through some of the most important chapters of her life. She completed the look with tortoiseshell Ralph Lauren sunglasses, soft beachy waves, and her sapphire and diamond engagement ring, once belonging to Princess Diana. She skipped a necklace to let the square neckline speak for itself. And on her wrist, visible throughout the afternoon, was the string friendship bracelet Princess Charlotte made for her mother during the Three Peaks Challenge 2 weeks earlier. Kate has now worn that bracelet to multiple public appearances in a row. It has not left her wrist. There is also a detail Hello magazine noted about Kate's relationship with Polo that adds a layer of quiet dedication to her appearance. She has spoken in the past about being allergic to horses, and she showed up anyway for 15 consecutive years to watch her husband compete. That is the kind of small, unglamorous loyalty that gets overlooked in the coverage of royal fashion, but says everything about who she is. On the field, William played 4 chukkers for the US Polo Association team, alongside former England captain Mark Tomlinson, who co-owns both at Polo Club with his brother Luke, also a former England captain. William's team won. And what happened next is the moment the whole week will be remembered for. Kate stepped onto the podium to present the trophy. She greeted William with a kiss on the cheek, then another. Then, as they walked off the field together, they held hands in public, in front of the cameras. For most couples, that would be unremarkable. For William and Kate, who are famously reserved about public displays of affection, it was extraordinary. Royal etiquette expert Micah Meyer, founder of Beaumont Etiquette, told people that senior royals are not told when they can or cannot show affection. They are trusted to use their judgment. And on Friday afternoon, William and Kate's judgment was that this moment deserved to be marked with something real. There was also a genuinely funny moment during the trophy presentation. As Kate handed the cup to one of William's teammates, it wobbled on its base and nearly toppled off entirely. Kate burst out laughing. William covered his face with his hands in mock horror before breaking into a wide smile. It lasted about 3 seconds, and it was the most natural, unguarded moment either of them has had on camera in months. Also at the match were Peter Phillips and his new wife Harriet Sperling, along with Harriet's daughter Georgina from her previous marriage. The couple married last month, and William and Kate were among the guests at their wedding reception at Gatcombe Park. Harriet wore a Beulah dress, Kiki McDonough earrings, an Anya Hindmarch bag, and Loeffler Randall shoes. She has attended this Polo Cup since she began dating Peter in 2024 and is already establishing herself as a natural, warm presence at family occasions. For the first time in the event's history, one of Kate's own patronages, Evelina London Children's Hospital, is a named beneficiary of the fundraising. Kate had visited Evelina just 4 days earlier on July 6, meeting patients including 10-year-old Edran, who asked her directly if she was the Queen, and 3-year-old Arjun, who was being discharged after months of treatment. The chief executive of Evelina London told the Mirror that the Polo fundraising support was absolutely huge and that the hospital was honoured to benefit from it. The money will go toward a new principal treatment centre being built in partnership with the Royal Marsden, the hospital that treated Kate during her own cancer treatment. This year's match raised over £1 million, bringing William's 15-year total at this event to over £15 million across 10 charities, including Wales Air Ambulance, the Royal College of Paramedics, Shout Tai Hafan Children's Hospice, Forward Trust, the Maternal Mental Health Alliance, We Are Farming Minds, The Passage, and the Royal Navy and Royal Marines Charity. Royal author Catherine Mayer, who wrote a detailed study of Kate's public role, observed this week that Kate is the closest the Wales family have to a rock star member these days, and that she is the one everyone wants to see. She added that carrying that is a huge burden for anyone, let alone someone who has had existential battles with their health. Now here is the layer of this story that most coverage missed entirely, and it changes everything about the tone of July 10th, 2026. While William was playing polo at Guards Polo Club in Windsor, 40 miles away at Highgrove House in Gloucestershire, King Charles and Queen Camilla were hosting Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie and Lilibet for a private family reunion. Buckingham Palace confirmed the meeting to the Daily Mail on Friday afternoon. Their statement noted only that it was a private family occasion and that no images would be released. It was the first time Archie and Lilibet had seen their grandfather in person in 4 years. Archie is now 7 years old, Lilibet is 5, Charles is 77 and has been battling cancer since February 2024. 4 years is a long time in anyone's life. In theirs, it is almost everything. A source told Heatworld ahead of the meeting that Charles had made it very clear to Harry that there could be no drama and no hint that the trip was being used for personal gain. No cameras, no statements, no drama. Just a grandfather and his grandchildren in a garden in Gloucestershire. The timing between the two events was not lost on royal watchers. William at the Polo, publicly affectionate with his wife, raising money for charity, 15 years of appearances, holding Kate's hand in front of the cameras. Charles at Highgrove, privately reuniting with the son and grandchildren he has not seen in 4 years, away from every camera in the country. The future king and the current king, each carrying their own version of the same family weight on the same afternoon, 40 miles apart. William and Harry used to play polo together. They competed in this same charity match as brothers for years before everything changed. On Friday, Harry was in Birmingham carrying out Invictus Games engagements. William was at Guards Polo Club, riding out onto the same field they once shared, winning without him. Kate stood at the sidelines in her gingham dress and her daughter's friendship bracelet and watched her husband play. She presented the trophy. She kissed him twice on the cheek. She held his hand walking off the field. She laughed when the cup wobbled. She has been back from cancer treatment for 18 months, and she is doing all of it: the hospital visits, the mountains, the polo sidelines, the friendship bracelet on her wrist, with the kind of quiet completeness that does not need an announcement. She was back. And on this particular Friday afternoon, that was everything. So here is my question for you. What was your favourite moment from Kate's polo return? The Gingham Diana tribute, the hand-holding, the wobbling trophy, or the Charlotte bracelet? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Royal News Spot, because the truth about the future Queen is a story worth telling. This is Royal News Spot. The Crown. Uncovered. See you in the next one.